and streaming live all across America. This is Home Talk USA with Michael King. Join us as we discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Hosted by Michael King, a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and author of Contracting with the King. This hour is brought to you by HomeTalk.expert. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need with HomeTalk.expert. That's HomeTalk.expert. We invite you to listen at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, HomeTalk.expert proudly presents the #1 home improvement radio program in the country with the man from the Bayou Land. Your host, the Cajun Contractor, Michael King.
Welcome, America. That's right. As I told you last week, we're going to dedicate all 3 hours to all the great inventors. This is Let's Make America Great Special. That's what we're going to do today. For 3 hours, we're going to talk to entrepreneurs, inventors. We're going to talk to how to basically, if you have an idea and you're trying to get it to market, well, this is the 3 hours you want to stay tuned to the show. And what else to do it but my co-host of the Invent America show that you can actually listen to that at the second hour. The inventor lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. She's right here. Miss Rita, how you doing?
Hello there. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You know, a couple of weeks ago when I brought this to you, everybody thought I was crazy because I said, we don't want to steal that political, slogan from 45th president. But hey, I said, let's make America great special. Let's talk to. I'm excited, and let's do a special and to all these great inventors and entrepreneurs that basically bring us the products and services that make our life better.
That's absolutely the truth, Michael. You know, you've been doing this show for a long time, and it always amazes me how often I go back and look, and you had inventors on who were getting into the marketplace for years. And, you know, America is great because we have inventors who come up with new products. I mean, America invents, and that's why we have a show called Invent America. And it's hard, you know, and there's a lot of black holes out there. And so for our inventors, we are the ones who give them now the good guidance, and they're the ones that bring us the products. I mean, it's a wonderful thing that you have put together, your family that you've put together, and you bring all of the American inventors into your family. Thank you.
Well, I tell you, and that's what we're going to try to do because it's so important that we bring product and services and manufacturing and to the U.S. Let's bring everything back here. If we could try to produce it here in America. That's what we want to do. And because, Rita, we don't counterfeit things. We invent things, and that's what we do here. And I'm so excited. And tell us about the Invent America show that people can tune in at our second hour. It's part of the Home Talk USA radio family, where we actually dedicate that whole hour to inventors. And it's, we're getting so many compliments because it's the technologies of the future. Some of this stuff is 10, 15 years ahead of itself. So we're introducing it now that where our audience can say, hey, we got this coming up the pike. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It's so funny because, when I first started doing this 15 years ago, I would always, I'd get inventors that had brand new products and we were trying to get them into the marketplace. And so my family always got these new inventions for Christmas. And my son-in-law, he was just like, that is so weird. And then he got the first round of that first year I was doing things. He goes, oh, my God, this is so cool. What are we getting this year? And so it was so funny because when I go to their house now, I see some of these products that they've still got around the house. And the one lady was going and she was taking a new job, so she sold out. They bought her entire inventory so that they could take it into the mill and give it to all of their workers. And it was just so funny to watch how my family and my friends have come along and said, oh, do you have any of this? And, oh, do you have any of that? And where can I get this? So the whole inventing process that we have learned to go through has been a wonderful trip for family, friends, colleagues, all the people that we have gotten to know over the years. And I am sure you've got things around your house that were from your early clients.
Yep, that's right. I could tell you one right now. At Bond Products, the carpet binding came on this show. Now they're huge, and companies like that. It's so important that we give them this exposure. And of course, we don't want these entrepreneurs to go bankrupt before they have a chance to get their product to market. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to guess, you can be in a financial hurt before your product even gets to on the shelves.
Oh, that's for sure. And today we're talking about the way you brand a product. Well, that is one of the big financial killers. Apple paid a lot of money to teach us that an apple is something that you play with instead of something you eat. And most inventors don't have that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, tell us
and
about
so
our
we've
three
got to
guests
be
today.
more strategic.
Tell us about our three guests today. Who we have?
Our three guests, Ken Overgaard, he's got a product called Plunge Sleeve. And then we've got Danielle Christensen. She has got diaper extenders. And these names are all just so on target. Because I always tell people, it's like, what would you Google to find you? And I did not know these guys when they picked their names, but I'm sure that they were reading my mind. And then our industry expert is David Streen. He has got Wedge Light and Edgy Tools. And again, fascinating names for the products that he picked because he understands, you've got to have a way to get people to find you. And so we've got to be using our words wisely when we go out on social media.
Well, we're talking to the inventor lady herself, Rita Crompton. We're talking, this is our Make America Great special that we're doing, where we're going to be dedicating all 3 hours to inventors. And you can tune in to me and Rita at the top of the hour on the Genesis Communication Radio Network, where we dedicate to the Invent America show. It's part of the HomeTalkUSA radio family. And I got some texts last week because, as you know, Home Talk is, we started off as a home improvement show, but we're really more than a home improvement show. We discover what we discuss, not discover. Yeah, well, you could say we discover, but we discuss all the issues that have to do with the home. So if it has to do with the home, we cover it here on Home Talk. So we're more than a home improvement show. So if it has to do with the home, we're going to talk about it right here.
Yep, that's exactly what we do. And so many of our inventors are all over the home. They're in every room of the home, the bathroom, the kitchen, the garage, the backyard, the toy box. And so the new show that we're going to ASD Market Week in March is a wonderful expansion of the categories that we used to cover. Now it gives us everything for our inventors. So you've got a kitchen gadget out there. You've got a new toy, pet product, tool, electrical, new hammer. We've got a gentleman going who's got a new hammer. It's wonderful. Join us and reach out to us because we're looking for now our team to go.
All right, that's right. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about the show. It's a new show you're going to, and that's going to be in Las Vegas. We're going to get all the instructions, and I'm excited. We're going to bring the show there, and then I'm going to pop over there to the National Hardware Show in that same week, the week after. So I think I'm going to be in Las Vegas for about a month. So I hope they don't throw me out of there. But all right, Rita, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk to inventor Ken Overgaard. I'm here. This is Home Talk USA right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network. This is our Let's Make America Great special. We're glad you're tuning in. Stay tuned. So we've got a long way to go. 3 hours of uninterrupted education information right here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. I'm the Cajun Man alone with the inventor lady. We're going to be right back. Yahoo!
Welcome back to Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need with HomeTalk.expert. That's HomeTalk.expert. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to the #1 home improvement radio program in the country with the man from the Bayou Land, your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King.
My name is Rita Crompton. I am the host of Invent America with Michael King, and we are so grateful that Home Talk USA has given Invent America and all of the American inventors out there a place to go to gather information. And so today we are talking about how important it is to pick a good name. My guest and industry expert is David Streen. David is the founder of Edgy Tools. He's got over 100 products out there that he's had to name. And, you know, the funny thing is that if you don't pick the right name, and it's challenging, then nobody can find you. So, David, tell our listeners, thank you so much for being with us today. You're a wonderful guest. And so tell us about Edgy Tools, and then I want you to tell us, how do you name a product?
So there's a lot of different ways that I name my products. At Edgy Tools, we're a little edgy, so we use some innuendos and funny things and whatever. But I found the best result is, A, if the product's very easy name to remember and to tell your friends about, as well as if it can say what it does. So, for instance, I have the control punch. It's a punch that gives you more control when you use it. I have the wedge light, which is a wedge that lights up so you can see the interior of door panels and stuff in the automotive repair space. So if you can name it, what it does is very, you're a step ahead. And again, something easy to refer. You know, if you're using a product and you want to tell your friend about it, it's got to be simple and easy to remember, top of head, top of mind.
You're so right. You know, when I get somebody that spells something that is just, you know, it's like, what language are you speaking? And you know, the trademark office always tells them, oh, it's got to be unique. It's got to be something different. You know, Kleenex was not a word until we all learned that it was something you used to wipe your nose. And, you know, but they had a lot of money to educate potential buyers out there that it was not just a tissue for wiping your nose. It was a Kleenex for wiping your nose. Our inventors don't have millions of dollars to drop into branding the product, so they have to be smarter with their words.
Yeah, exactly. And I always say that clear is better than cute.
Yes, very good. I'm going to remember that. Do you mind if I use that?
Nope, please share. Yeah.
All right. So advice for our inventors. Do you have additional advice for them on, you know, when they get to that point, they've already dropped a ton of cash on it. You know, they've got prototypes going, they've got patents pending, and now they're down to, a lot of times, their last dollars. And marketing can be really expensive. Give them some good advice on naming their products so they don't, you know, lose everything.
So, boy, I could talk for hours and hours and days on that. But I would say, like I said, come up with that very clear, easy to remember name. And then my first step is always see if the domain, the URL is available, you know, because that kind of gives you a lot of protection, even if you're not going down the trademark and patent route and everything else. If you have the perfect name and you own the domain, it's very, very tough for people to come in and imitate you. You're the authority on that, in my mind.
No, I agree with you. I've always said, you know, buy a six-pack of beer or a good bottle of wine and sit a bunch of friends down around the table and then have them throw out words on what they would Google to find you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yep.
And, you know, practice, you know, see what fits together, you know, a good word that you would Google and then maybe an adjective that goes with it, something that makes sense, it's easy to remember, and then you do the .com search. And that's the easiest. I had, you know, one of the inventors that's going to the ASC Market Week with us, and she did exactly that. She goes, well, how do I protect my name? And she came back, she goes, the .com is available. And I said, there you go. That's your first search. Grab it. And I said, that if it comes up and it goes someplace else, you need to know what else it's going to. But good heavens, if that .com, it's like when they said, oh, I know you're that Inventor Lady, and I went home and I looked at InventorLady.com was available, and we had Inventor Lady 15 years ago.
Exactly. You solidify your brand that way, and whether you or not you ever trademarked it, it doesn't matter because you're it. If somebody can Google it, they find you. So, that's perfect.
So that is great news, and good for our inventors to know, because it can be. It sounds so simple, but it is such an important step in the process of getting a product to market.
Definitely.
So, thank you, David, so much for being on with us today. You are a great industry expert, and we will have you on again. We will post you with all of your social media on our website. And stick with us, everybody, when we wrap up this Invent America Hour.
Thank you so much.